Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. We're playing some Out of Ore today. Um, I like how you can see that the stuff processing on the mini map here. So we did hit level 45, and I bought a beast. I bought this big old. This is the newest loader that we unlocked. This thing is gigantic. I actually had to remove a piece of my conveyor here for the hopper down there to get this thing in, and it is massive. This thing is massive. So I was able to trim the ceiling out. If you notice the difference, it is crazy. Um, the hopper probably needs upgraded now. It looks like it's finally um, processed this. I've probably got a 1X on here. That's a 3 times speed, and it still took forever to process that. Let's put that rail back. Looks like I need some for the other side as well. Yeah, I actually had to remove this left piece right here that's in my inventory because this dude would not even fit down in here. This thing will just run right over the rails. So this is probably when you start wanting to do an open pit mine, when you get equipment this size. Oh, I didn't even check. So that didn't even go in there. Not sure where all that dirt went that we just did. All right, that one in there, but if you look, it's, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. All right, it's doing okay. Let's go ahead and check out the other side here. We're going to leave that conveyor piece out. So this is the hopper that's having trouble keeping up. If you can see, it's processing quite a bit of stuff here. We'll need to upgrade this motor. Let's go ahead and move this thing up into this tunnel. We're going to have to rethink what we're doing underground with we're going to bring that big boy down here. Let's go ahead and put this over here out of the way for now. Guys, don't forget to leave a comment. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. I do appreciate you. I also need to turn down, so every time you log in, I have to go to audio and just save it. I've got the volume turned down, but it kind of resets. But yeah, this is still going to be processing for a minute. This one needs upgraded. I don't know about this one. Yeah, this one's a 1X2. So if you look, we're getting pay dirt and blasted rock through. we're getting both. So this looks like regular dirt here. So this is a 2 times, but as you can see, it doesn't seem to be going down, so that doesn't seem right, but massive piece of equipment. $2,000 dirt. The problem is this ain't worth anything. We need to get some scoops that are worth something. The difference is just astonishing to me. We do need to get, so the next goal will be, guys, so when we hit level 50, we'll get this beast. We've already got this one, which is 4.8 million. We do unlock another steam shovel here at level 50. This one. This one's level 60. This one's 50. So I think the next thing is we try to save up. We can. So the other truck that I sold, the other truck that I had, which was this one, holds 36. This one holds 100. This one holds 220. And the level 50 one holds 320. So I think the next step is try to save some money. And we're going to have to upgrade our motors. This one, again, is a 60. But are we done processing over here? So we got all this processed. Let's upgrade this one. Let's see if we got anything in the storage. We probably don't have any motors that are not 1X. 1X might be okay for some stuff, but I don't know anymore. We may want to just sell those. This piece we need still. I actually removed it just to drive down in there. We're going to probably need to do some open pit mining once we get the larger. Oh, I didn't sell the smaller truck. It's right there, so we can use that to start like an open pit mine. Let's sell these two pieces. Let's purchase. Let's get like a 5X speed. We'll get 3 of those. And then let's see here. Is this still processing? Oh, okay. So let's see what this one is as well. That was 3 times. So okay. All right. Let's go through and see what we got. I didn't dig a lot. Now I do have the tailings I got going right into the cell point, and I probably should do the same thing with dirt. So we got 764 on the iron, some copper, some lithium, some aluminum, and some silver. Okay. Here we got some gold ready. We'll take this. And some steel. Okay, we'll do our lithium, our copper, our silver, and we'll let that gold run. Okay. So here's some asphalt. I've been selling this as well at this point. Some iron. And then we can go ahead and queue up some aluminum and some silicon. Alright, that gets all the ore cleared out for us for now. I don't want to put silicon in here because this silicon, I'm saving this for in case we need to make tires, but the rest of it I'm selling at this point. There's some more iron. Wrong button. So here's gravel. I've been selling that as well because I had 2,000 I'd like to know how if you can split inventory. 'Cause I've still got 2,000 cement, so I'm not worried about gravel at the moment. So we're still processing this. We'll let this finish off. We'll grab these empty barrels and this stuff. We'll put this over here. Let's queue up some more railings here. And I've just been making some random stuff for the next, if we want to do another building. Alright. Let's put our barrels in here. We can queue up some more water. Okay. We also got to check this because I didn't get this. So again, this dirt needs to go right into a sell point, but we'll sell it here. So we got a lot of dirt because I cleared out that ceiling. A lot of gold ore, a lot of diamonds, rubies, and more silicon. Since I'm not queuing up any right now, we're going to go ahead and queue up this diamonds and rubies in this one. That's going to take over an hour, and this one's going to take 2 hours to process. And then we're going to go ahead and, I don't want to do the silicon here, but we can do gold here. This was aluminum. What is this? Iron. Okay, so. Alright, that'll clear out all that. There's plenty to process, plenty of time to process. Alright. I think over here we're going to have a mostly dirt. So as you can see, here's my asphalt. I've got, 35,000, so I'm not doing any more asphalt right now. So I didn't get as much here, but there's probably a bunch of dirt that I didn't check. No dirt, that's a little weird. Alright, so here's where I'm kind of been storing everything to sell. We're going to go ahead and queue up 999 rubies and diamonds. Just get rid of what we got. We'll keep this silicon ore here for now. We got a little bit of gold left too, but that's okay. So let's sell off this asphalt, 38,000, gravel, 25,000, 14,000 for a full stack of dirt. Okay. Want to upgrade this one over here. Let's upgrade this. Make sure this is on. Okay. Turn this on. We don't. This is not giving us enough power now because we need. We need a bigger one because we added the bigger motor. Okay. All good. Let's sell the smaller one. And let's get the 700 one. Oh, I'm going to go back to snap build at this point. Okay. Turn this on. Now we should be able to turn this on. There we go. Now it should run a lot. Oops. This side should run a lot faster. Let's check our motor here. Not sure where it is. Is it over here? It was a 2 times. So it was off. Redo our cables here. Make sure we turn this on. Unit load 753. So this may not be enough now, right? Not enough. So we're going to remove our cable. Turn it off. So now we need 753 for this one. I don't think those solar panels go over 753. So purchase power. 700 is the most you can do with that. So we can do the small wind turbine. Yeah, we can sell this. Okay. All right, all good now. We upgraded this one, so let's drop some pay dirt in here. or some more dirt. Let's clear out this other side here for a little, real quick. So they cleared it out pretty quick at 5x. Yeah, it's clearing it out before we even dump it, or before we get back for with another dump. Yeah, it's processing 150. All right. Disgusting, the amount of dirt that's moving. Just for visibility, make it easier to see. Yeah, you definitely need a double hopper with this piece. Alright, let's go back to this other side and do a few scoops while that's processing. Alright, we need to move this out. Move this back at least to here for now. Now that floor up top, that's from the other level. So we'll leave that other one up there. Oops. My guy shouldn't be mining, he should be in the NBA, these hops. Alright. Alright, so let's do some damage back here. Yeah, that's what you want. Okay. Let's take this. Let's take this beast over to the coal mine here. I guess we might as well drop off this full load that we got on accident. A little slow coming up the ramp, but that's why you put you a roads wasn't designed for this thing. This thing is a beast. You can still get it stuck though if you don't do it right. So it should be about 4 scoops. Fill this thing up. Maybe less, I can't remember. We'll see here. Looks so tiny compared to that, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. Yeah, we need the other truck. Need the other truck for sure. We put a ton on the ground over here. It was about a full scoop, but it didn't overload it really, because some of it missed because it's so wide. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I got equipment everywhere. Need to get me a little parking lot going. Alright, till we get the other truck, we probably just need our own, probably need separate processing plants for iron and coal, I would imagine. Almost start another plant so we can start an open pit mine. This is where I had the steam shovel sitting, or the excavator. Alright. Need to make this my little parking lot over here, pave all this. Put some asphalt down. This is just mostly dirt, I think, anyway. I don't even know if we can get in here because of this conveyor. Okay, so we probably need to start an open pit mine. I'm not sure, maybe over here where the coal is, or the iron is. It processes pretty quickly now that we got the we got inventory. Yeah, we got. Let's pick this up. Let's see if we can move this over here. There we go. All right, again, we got our tailings going straight in. 2,000 iron. I mean, we're getting so much stuff now. Let's cancel all this. Let's queue this up to $9.99. Let's do aluminum, copper, silver, lithium, and then gold. There we go. Okay. Iron, asphalt, and then coal. And this will be gravel, iron, and coal. So you need a coal sifter or whatever it's called, a coal thing. So now we can do $9.99 on our diamonds and rubies again. We haven't even finished processing from the last batch. So we're going to take our railings for now. Okay. Our empty barrels. Our nuts and bolts. Throw our water in here. I haven't queued up anything yet. Kind of waiting on that. We'll put our nuts and bolts over here. We'll queue up 5 more of these. Just let that run. That's giving us XP also. Let's do our empty barrels here. Just go ahead and do water. Alright, I can't remember. That was empty, I think, but did we get all this stuff? No, we didn't. Okay. 700 rubies. Insane. We'll go ahead and mess around with the open pit mine, start trying to figure out how to do that. I mean, that's 3 hours to process just this one here. So, I mean, that's in order for that to happen, you got to play the game. All right, so let's sell the dirt, the asphalt, the gravel. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to sell this. This is a 1X. I'm going to sell that. We'll keep everything else for now. We'll put it in our storage unit over here. Let's drop in some railings over here, even though they're really not needed. Again, just trying to keep it aesthetically correct, right? Alright. Probably wouldn't hurt to have one there. And then let's throw all this in here for now. This piece I need. This piece is still part of a conveyor that's already put together. So maybe I need to remember where that one is. Or go put it back on. I don't know what the right answer is. You can tell I'm not cutting any trees lately. Alright, so if we're going to do some sort of plant over here, again, some sort of open pit, might be a little more difficult until we can start actually processing the stuff. This, I mean, we'll start getting some pay dirt, I would imagine. Alright, so that's running that direction. what's it look like for this other? Okay, it's the same size. We're not going to do that one. Alright, oh, we probably could have kept that. We could have used it later anyway. Alright, so production wise, what are we going to need here? We don't, we want production. Coal screen, right, pulls that out. It pulls coal out the back, everything else keeps going. Okay. Don't know if we're going to get any coal over here, but we probably will eventually, right? So, coal screen. Then, a trommel is going to pull out dirt and pay dirt out the back. Okay. Now a shaker screen pulls out coal, blasted rock, crushed rock. Everything else goes through, right? So you probably need this before the coal screener, I would imagine. Jaw crusher turns rock into crushed rock. We'll need that in a minute. The cone crusher turns crushed rock into gravel. We'll need that as well. Froth floater is if you want to take your gravel and turn it into ores and get stuff left over, which is fine. And then the wash plant gives you silicon, ruby, diamond, gold, and dirt, takes in pay dirt. The sluice box takes in pay dirt and holds all this. Wait, what is? The wash plant lets it all come through, but separates it. The sluice box holds it. So I don't know what the right answer is on that. I think I'd rather have this. Okay, so power-wise, we know we want snap build for sure. Power-wise, we know we want 5x. And that does give us, it does cost us more. Or we want even 10x. Do 10x. Let's get crazy. Because this costs more power to run, right? Okay. So altogether, there's already 642 load on this already. That's kind of insane. Alright. Now what we could do is get this off the ground right away. Because the next thing we want, I think, is the shaker screen. So, because the shaker screen is going to pull out coal, blasted rock, and crushed rock. And it's going to shoot out the back everything else. So, we're going to want to put a straight in here. So let's do an elevator. I like these elevators. And let's go ahead and use a straight that we have. So let's drop an elevator here. That's going to jack it up pretty high, but that's okay. Now we're going to do our straight. Okay. Now we're going to do our shaker screen. And that's going to drop, I think it's going to pull our coal and stuff out the back, right? Again, I'm not sure. So the shaker screen is going to put everything else out the back. The pay dirt, whatever. The coal and the blasted rock and the crushed rock is going to keep going. So that means we want another straight. Probably we could use a smaller straight than this. Let's get us some okay, so because now we want the coal screen. Now that's going to shoot. The coal screen is going to take anything in here left, shoot coal out the back, and everything else is going to keep going. So maybe I'm overthinking this too. So this is going to be coal. That's going to be coal. Our blasted rock and everything else is going to come out over here. So we've got a shaker screen which is shooting out all the ores and the pay dirt to the left. Okay, then we've got coal, blasted rock, and crushed rock, which means the coal, now the next step is this. We didn't do a trommel either. Could have separated the pay dirt and the dirt, but I think that's the same thing as this, right? Because this is shooting pay dirt out. So, okay. So now what we need is the jaw crusher, which is going to we want the jaw crusher or the cone crusher. Oh, do we want the jaw crusher first? Because for blasted rock, so we want that. Then we want the cone crusher. And I think we could just hook these up together here. Okay. We want to do it up here. We're going to do it up. We got some here. Let's do a 4x4. And we're going to do the jaw crusher, which I think drops it out the bottom. And Just make sure the jaw crusher is the one that takes in the blasted and just does the crushed, and then the cone crusher just turns that into gravel. Okay, but we want to raise this up again. Probably should have raised it more here, I guess. No need to raise it twice if we can. Well, that's a low raise. Let's get the big raise. Okay. Now we want the jaw crusher, right? Now can we do the small raise? Now we can do the cone crusher. Okay. Maybe this seems like a little too long here. I don't know. All right. The cone crusher shoots out crushed rock. The jaw crusher, hold on. The jaw crusher takes blasted rock, solid rock, and shoots out crushed rock. The cone crusher shoots out gravel. And then once you get gravel, now you want to run your gravel through this, but you also want to split it so you're getting actual gravel as well. So now you want to split this. So you want to split, which is a splitter. Now one side's going to be gravel, so that can just be a storage unit. That'll give you some gravel as that gravel comes out. And then on this side, we're going to want a froth floater. And the froth floater is going to shoot out ore at the top, and then tailings and whatever else has got through at the bottom. So I'm going to do this. So the bottom is going to be the garbage. So this is going to be the garbage, right? So we're going to do another storage. Okay. All right. The top is going to be the good stuff. going to be the good stuff. All right. I think, I don't know. And then now we got to still come over and handle our pay dirt, right? So this is our shaker screen. So on our shaker screen, you guys are probably going crazy by now, huh? Our shaker screen at the bottom is shooting out of our any ores, irons, whatever. If we do have gravel, it's going to shoot out our pay dirt, whatever. So we're going to put our sluice box on the end of this. Am I doing? Yeah, maybe I'm missing some steps here. Because we don't want our sluice box, I feel like we might lose some stuff here. We're going to need, let's bring this out. I'm not sure. I'm kind of confused here. I think I did this all wrong. I think we wanted to pre-sort it first. I think we wanted a trommel in here. I think we wanted a trommel in there. Because I feel like we might be losing some stuff if we just put the sluice box on there. Because the shaker screen, hold on, maybe I'm wrong here. I'm confusing myself. Yeah, because it's going to shoot, it's only going to pull out, it's only going to allow the coal, the blast rock, it's going to pull out all these ores. But the sluice plant's not going to capture all these. So let's do a splitter here. And I'm making this thing probably way overcomplicated. But, you know, part of the fun, I guess. Let's split this again. Now, one side's going to be the, we're just going to store everything. And the other side should be the sluice box. So, and maybe we won't lose anything. And obviously we need a lot of concrete, but let's dump something. Let's get power. Now, let's see how bad this is. 1363, okay? 1363 for this monstrosity. So we can do the 1800. It's $100,000. And let's There's our cable. One cable I saved that $10. Okay. On. Okay. So again, guys, this is probably way over complicated, and I still may be missing stuff. Seems like this doesn't need to be this long for sure. Probably could have made that shorter, but that's okay. Let's put a scoop in there. Let's put something in there and check it out. Where's my over here? Okay, I didn't even see it. Alright, let's put a scoop with some coal in there. What we hope has got some coal in it. We need to That will clip through right. Yeah. I was just trying to think of something to try to stop. Just to try to stop it from going everywhere. I don't know. I don't know. All right. All right. So let's try to get a scoop of some iron here. Probably a disaster. Maybe not. I feel like I need a double hopper as well. Okay, that 10x speed, that's doing the job there. I don't see anything spilling out on the ground. Nothing came here, which is a little concerning. Oh, we probably don't have any blasted rock or gravel. Maybe that's probably what's going on there. So there's 44 coal here. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even notice this. So let's go. We definitely got this wrong. Definitely got this wrong. There's too much going into the sluice box there. Got to have a trommel first, I think. So let's real quick. Let's try to load. We're going to exit out. We're going to load our last save. See where that puts us. Oh my! You guys were probably all yelling at me for that. Okay. Okay, we have not put a scoop in yet. Wow. Let's change this back so that's not. Okay. Okay, we're going to leave all this the same. All right. We got a small up. Yeah, we do. Let's do this. Let's do that. And then we definitely, I think, need a trommel. And what that's going to do is that's going to take everything in. That's going to pull out pay dirt and dirt. Everything else is going to go through. So we want a trommel. Okay. Now let's get it out of the dirt there. Then we're going to do the elevator. Okay. That's going to put it up pretty high. Then we're going to do the trommel. The trommel, we need to have a straight in there. Because the trommel shoots the pay dirt out the back. So we need a small straight. There's a 4, there's a 3. So we're going to do a straight. Then we're going to do the trommel. Alright, now our pay dirt's coming out the back. Now we can do a left or right here, whichever one it is. Okay. The only thing coming out here is the pay dirt and the dirt. The sluice box will shoot the dirt on through. So that's what we want next. We want the sluice box. Blah, blah, blah. Because all that's going to do P. What the sluice box is going to do is take pay dirt and turn it into these ores and then shoot the regular dirt out afterwards. So we're going to have that. Then we can have a down. Do we have a down? All this stuff, do we have any downs? No. Okay. Let's buy a down. Okay. Probably need a bigger down than that. Or probably could have bought 2 of those. And we can put a storage on this. Okay. Now everything's coming out the trommel here. So now we can do another straight. Now we want the shaker screen or the coal screen. Which one is it? Let me see. The coal screen's going to pull just the coal out. And that's fine. The shaker screen okay, so we're going to do the coal screen next. And this is going to be just coal. Okay. Everything else is coming out of that. Right? The coal screen's only pulling out the coal. Everything else is going through. Then the shaker screen is pulling everything out except for blasted rock or crushed rock. So we're going to put that on next. We'll need a straight. Give us a little room here. Now out the bottom, it's going to be a bunch of ores and stuff, right? Okay. Now over here is where we're getting our coal stuff, so we got to do some ups here. And then we're going to want our jaw crusher and our cone crusher and our froth floater. Okay. Let's go up. Okay. And again, you want the jaw crusher, turns it into crushed rock. The cone crusher turns it into gravel. So you want the jaw crusher first. Then you want the cone crusher. Now you need the splitter unless you want to run it all. If you don't want any gravel, you don't need the splitter. But if you want some gravel, oh, we need an asphalt plant too, huh? So we're going to split it. Okay. So that's going to split it. So this side right here would be just gravel. We're going to split it again. So we're going to put storage here. Then, if we want to turn some of it into asphalt, we'll need that. And we may need to go up for that to make that look decent. Yeah, and I don't mind it being in the ground like this a little bit. As long as it's working, that's fine for me. Guess it looks a little bad, so we could probably go up again. We got anything else that goes up? We do. Oh, the hill's going up too, which is kind of what we need to do, probably. Just bring it out this way. There we go. Alright. Now out this side we want the froth floater. And out of the froth floater we got the garbage out the bottom. Which we could just sell instantly. And then we're going to have the good stuff out the top. extra stuff here. This is still pretty high. All these extra pieces too is costing you power. Just remember that. We're costing power, but we're saving blocks. The blocks are probably cheaper. That's not even close. There we go. That's gonna still a little scary for me. Alright, so that's going to sell the tailings right away. So let's try this again. We're going to have to look at our power because I think I added a lot more pieces. So we got an autosave here, which is perfect. If it's wrong, we could reload again. But if it's wrong this time, the grid load is 1800, okay? And we, oh, hold on, is it over 1800 or is it? It's 1837, so we do not have enough to do this. So we're going to have to do this a little differently. We're going to have to do this a little differently. We don't need much as a secondary, right? But we are going to need one cable. We are going to need a power line. And the power line, we're just going to go ahead and make it the 3600. And then we're going to get us another small. We just need the small one. We're going to do a wind turbine just because it matches, even though we don't really need it. So we're going to just put this here. And we're going to try to see if they can get this to snap. Okay. Oh, we're going to need one more power cable. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so now if we turn this on, oh, it's already on. Turn this on. Now we're getting 800 and 1800, so we're getting 2600. And it's 3600 is what that will hold. And we're getting 1800. So nothing's blowing up. We just, let's do a save. Oh my. We went through all this before. I need to put some blocks in here. Just going to go ahead and make it all the way out here, keep it consistent. All right. All right. I can't tell if that's spillage or if that's from before. Yeah, this is definitely spillage. This was not here, so we're going to have to build this up like I had the back wall on before. Unfortunately. Or make this a double hopper. We've got the power to do a double hopper. Might be the way to do it. Or 4 hoppers, honestly. This iron ore we can. All right. So let's see what happened here. So there should be dirt here. And there is. Okay. We don't have any pay dirt, so we got a little bit of stuff there because that little bit of pay dirt we had, that's good. I'm not seeing any big piles, which is always good. This is 14 coal. I don't know why so little. I guess, oh, because we probably didn't have much coal, huh? Okay, just get stuck. Okay, this is iron. Okay, good. Now we don't have any blasted rock or rock to check this out, right? So okay, so what we need to do to test out this part oh, I need these walls, don't I? Alright, so let's build this up around us again. See if we can prevent the spillage. I like the walls better, if that'll work. Can I put walls here? Yes. See if I can cheese this a little bit here. I do the same thing here. Again, no, I can make this stuff, but I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to buy it. Just going to buy it. All right. Okay. Now we'll see how that does for the spillage. We need to go get some just for the test, we're going to go grab some blasted rock or some solid rock. pull one off this side. Let's protect the fuel tank here. We'll drop this down so we're not getting a bunch of dirt on the way. And we got a little more dirt, but that's okay. Monstrosity. Back up, back up, back up. All right. Disastrous. We'll have to make that bigger. We're going to have to make that dump thing bigger. Because when we start using the trucks, they're huge as well. Okay, so we're getting gravel here. That's good. We didn't put a storage here for the asphalt. Disaster. I'm assuming the tailings got sold. What should this be? Some ores? Okay. Other than not putting a damn... Oh, Lord. Jesus, take the wheel. This is thousands. Yeah, maybe not thousands, but too damn much. I don't know why I was thinking this doesn't spit something out. What are you guys doing? You guys supposed to be helping me out. And I just had another autosave. I could load back the previous save, but I'm going to go ahead and just deal with this. Guys, I appreciate you watching. And again, the disasters. I know you guys are probably going crazy right now with all the mistakes, but again, trying to play the game, have fun, but you know, I'm definitely fucking up. Pardon the French. Making some mistakes for sure. So guys, I do appreciate you. Until next time, have fun mining. I'm out of here.